Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed?
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations. Good evening, my dear explorers. It is Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, here for a brand new exploration with Leslie Tanner. Now, tonight, we're diving into a word that we hear all too often, usually in a manipulative context, the word empathy. Well, guys, it's time to take it back from the jackals and rapists that would like to enslave us. Let's make empathy ours and explore it in a Lesliean way. Tonight, on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Blessings. How is everyone doing? Namaste. Good evening to you all. It is wonderful to be with you. My name is Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the program with which we explore the universe, both inside and out, to unlock and unleash the power within. And it feels good to be here with us, with you, for me, with you. To be with you is such a treat. To be with you, I can hardly wait. These days in between the explorations in which we are able to explore with one another, they seem like they last forever. They last forever. A moment, the infinity of a singular moment is where I reside while we are not exploring with one another. Craigulators, namaste, explorer, failed parent of several. So Craig likes to fuck, doesn't like to take responsibility. The program works either way, though. Namaste to you, Craigulators. Blessings to you. It's really great to be with you. Namaste and blessings. How is in the infinity of the moment in which we are separated? Thank you so much for that. 30th month, by the way. 30th month, in case anybody missed that. 30 months is insane. Almost 3 years, Craig. Almost 3 years. Wow. Well, guys, it's time for another exploration. Like I said, my name is Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the program with which we explore the universe, both inside and out, to unlock and unleash the power within. And I'll get to that question in just a moment regarding my spectacles situation. I know, because it can be jarring. It can be jarring to see your father with a sort of different situation. I'm so used to touching the glasses that are on my face. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, we'll get to that in just a moment, but guys, welcome in. I kind of just want to let everybody file in, have some fun, settle in, find your spot for the night. Get a little glass of water, get a little glass of Chablis, get a little glass of whatever may bring you to the beginning of your sojourn tonight with me, with us, both individually and collectively, as we begin our sojourn of the universe, both interior and exterior, the subjective and objective. We are going to interrogate the border between these two seemingly disparate worlds and harness the true power of our mind, body, and spirit. Namaste to you, ladies and gentlemen. I guarantee you that every single night. I guarantee curing of mental illness. I've cured about 30 people with autism just today. They came into my office and I got, honestly, they make the appointment. And they say, I don't know, can you fit me in? How long does the procedure take? How long does the process take? How do you work? And I say, it takes about 15 minutes in and out. I might not even make eye contact with you. And so they come in, usually don't make eye contact, of course, and that's not even me. I'm just kind of used to them not wanting to make eye contact with me, and that's it. Our presence can be felt. That's the wonder and the beauty of autism. The presence cannot. You found them. Where'd you find them?
They were on top of a bookshelf.
What bookshelf?
The tall one.
Who put them up there? Huh?
I think it might have been you.
Oh, roommate stuff, right? No, that could have been you.
No, I don't reach up there.
You could. There's some stuff of yours up there.
No.
Well, namaste to you, Mish. Any little words for the chat as we get settled in and get excited for our exploration?
Don't forget to unfollow.
Get the fuck out now. Go. You're done. That was disrespectful. Well, anyway, I'm not letting that get me down. I'm not letting that poop poop shit energy sort of drag me down into the depths of the gallows. Everyone welcome Larry Picklejar. Wow, 2 R's saying, hey, what's up, Larry? Good to see you. Namaste to you. That is not my girlfriend. That is my roommate, and a temporary one at that. We have been looking for a home for her for, a minute. It's difficult. She's not easy to live with. And listen, so I can't really blame anybody who would be like, I don't really feel like living with this after a 30-minute conversation. I can tell this isn't going to work. I was like, you open up your mind, all right? Open up your damn mind is what I try to say. Get to that idea with them in hopes that they might, take in my roommate. But, I don't know. We'll see. Blessings to you. We're not going to let a turd in the punch bowl ruin our party. No, we're not. Namaste to you. I love when the font matches the background of the window that I'm looking at. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Borealis. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. Now, guys, let's go ahead. Let's get settled in. Tonight we're talking about deepening our empathy. And of course, it's important to make sure that things get, you make sure you fuck up. And then there we go, back on track. Now, guys, tonight we're talking about, I swear to fucking Christ. Let me just take that back. Okay. Okay. Anyway, back to it. So tonight we are exploring deepening our empathy. Now, you hear this word thrown around a lot, and tonight we're going to take a Leslian approach. So each call tonight will be an exploration in empathy, deepening and widening our sense of empathy, and in so building up a wider and more profound understanding of the world around us, so too will we take leaps and bounds on our sojourn to the next level that we speak about so frequently here on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Now, before we get into some of the nuance of what I'm thinking about heading into tonight's theme, Deepening Our Empathy, and no. Before we get into that, I want to just kind of want to do a couple announcements real quick. Now, guys, as you know, I love getting goddamn mail from you. Okay, so listen, I have a P.O. box. If you'd like to send me a postcard, a letter, maybe a little snack or a little hat or something. Feel free to write me, P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. Chicago, Illinois 60647. I'll open it on air and we will bond. We will grow closer, and each of you will take even more steps. That's the funny thing about sending me shit, is that as you send me these items, these articles, these thoughts, these intentions, as you send them to me, so too you make leaps and bounds in your progress to the next level. In sharing with me your thoughts on the program, and allowing me to more finely tune in the program as we commune with each other, as I receive your thoughts and your intentions. I get to go over here, pretend the program's right here. I open up the hood, right? I take my wrench, I take my socket wrench, I take my pliers, I take my what have yous and my doodads, and I go in there and I tinker. So let's say I get a letter from you. It says, "Dear Leslie, I love the program. I was wondering if you could speak about, breasts on animals. If you could speak about the role of fat ass titties on animals that you wouldn't expect, such as insert animal, your favorite animal there." And it's like, okay, I'm gonna read that letter, I'm gonna process that letter, and I'm gonna close that letter. I'm gonna open up the hood. I'm gonna get my socket wrench. I'm gonna get my and a communal vision. Very exciting. Larry Pickle Jar. Shark titties. Thanks so much, Larry. Appreciate that. Getting started with a really beautiful. James and the Cat, thank you so much for that Prime subscription. Blessings to you. 8th month in a row, if you can imagine that. I can't. Well, guys, you know what it's time for. Larry kicked it off. Larry kicked off our favorite section of the program. Is it not going? There we go. Blessings. Let's get it going. Toot toot. All aboard. Namaste, Not Mish. Thank you so much for those 9 bits. Namaste to Not Mish for giving us those 9 bits. Finding my glasses atop a bookshelf that, she's about well over a foot shorter than me. But sometimes she's sneaky. So what she lacks in height, she makes up for in a sneaky, mischievous little ambiance. So I do think I do think this segment is absolutely live. Justin Gold from YouTube checking in. Namaste to you, Justin. This is Explorations with Leslie Tanner, and this is in the middle of a Jazz Express. We are healing through the power of jazz. So whether you like jazz or not, namaste, buckle up because it's about to keep going. Toot toot, here it goes. Yeah, that's right. Namaste. This is fucking jazz. I figure they were on the back shelf, the bookshelf, because that's where all the stuff you lose ends up being. That's simply not true. That is simply not true. I don't know why you'd share that with the community here tonight, not me. It's kind of rude for you to lie. Kind of just openly lie, open air lies from Not Mish. Thank you so much for those bits, Mish, either way. Justin Gold, welcome to the program. I've been here before, my man. LOL. Then why'd you ask if it was live, Justin? Of course it's live, you silly Billy. Not Mish, the 11 more bits and, with a healthy heaping of lies on the side. So, Mish, thanks for the bits and thanks for the support. But also, not thank you for the lies. I really hate this. Blessings to you, 100 bits. Are you a cookie or a scone from Sociopathogen? And this hype train continues. Oh, wait, no, that was it. That was it. All right, you guys didn't want it enough. 111 bits. Namaste to you, Hippocryptomatic. Very generous of you tonight. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. Well, Justin Gold, I take that as very flattering. Blessings to Justin Gold tonight over at youtube.com. Thank you so much, Justin. Sociopathogen with the 100 bits and a hello. Thank you so much, Sociopathogen. I really appreciate those 100 bits. Lord knows I could use every single one of those bits. This community could use every single one of those bits going directly into the compound fund. Bill Z, or am I a cookie or am I a scone? Well, to answer that question, I'm going to go ahead and say that I would like to think of myself as a scone. If I had to pick one of the two, I think of myself as a scone. And that's because am I a treat? Yes. But do I got something you got to work on? Yes. Am I something that you could just kind of blow through? Are you going to want to sit with it? Does it deserve being sat through, and sort of chewed on? Maybe dip it with maybe be careful about what kind of liquids you have with it. You can't just be having any. You can't be having any. You just can't have any damn ass other liquid all the time. Namaste. Beautiful, beautiful, and also Bismore, 100% with one bit. I love this show. Thank you so much, Bismore, and thank you so much for being with us. Blessings to you. Now, guys. Namaste to everyone. It's great to be with you. My name is Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the program with which we explore the universe, both inside and out, to unlock and unleash the power within. This program is critical to thousands of lives all across the internet. The fastest growing personal power program in the country, if not the world. And it's for one reason and one reason alone. We say these three words together pretty frequently. And we say them with a smile on our face and a joy in our heart, knowing that they are the most true three words, the most truthful, the most honest three words we will ever say in our lives. Namaste. Phil Z, yes, sir. Yes, sir to Phil Z. Yes, sir. What words are those? What words are those? The program works. The program goddamn works. People say, why is this so effective? I don't, you come here to an explanation, you tell me, because nothing can take the place of seeing it in action. Apache RC, like Power Hair is looking more powerful than ever. Apache, namaste to you. Blessings to you on this beautiful evening. It's fantastic to be with you, Apache. Thank you so much for noticing. Yes, I did get a haircut. I did indeed get a haircut. Oh my God, Mother Nipplebottom. Thank you so much for this perspective, Mother Nipplebottom. I love bacon scones and cookies long as I don't have to make them. Interesting. So, talk to me. If you, Mother Devil Bottom, have you made? When was the last time you try to make those? Huh? Bacon cookies, or are you saying bacon cookies, or just all cookies and specifically bacon scones? And also, when was the last time you tried to make either of those two to just be like, I'm done. I'm not doing this again. I cook a lot. Namaste. Okay, so there's you don't like the scones. Is it scones? I enjoy making a scone here and there, but they are kind of a pain in the ass. They kind of take, it's a task, it's like a meditative task. You got to set your night aside. It's not an easy prep thing. You gotta, if you're gonna get those layers, you gotta make sure you have cold butter or cold coconut oil or something. Then you gotta get those layers. It can't be too melted. P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. My favorite sweets are made for me. Blessings, and because that makes it taste a little bit better. I'd say that as long as if you don't have to work for it and someone can give it to you, then there are a few it makes the sugar taste sweeter, the sunshine brighter. Namaste. Blessings to you. Now. Actually, there's been a recipe share behind the paywall at the Community of Devoted Light. Honestly, Arrow, okay, good to see you. Blessings to you, Arrow, okay, namaste to you. Very quickly rising, shining star here in the community. Arrow, okay, blessings to you on this night. Great to have your energy with us. I'm so glad that you found time to spend some time with us. Sometimes I know you lead a busy lifestyle. So we're actually having, somebody shared a recipe in the Community of Devoted Light. And actually that brings me to my next announcement for the evening, the Community of Devoted Light at patreon.com. Phil Z, hey chat, ever wish you were nude? I'll solve this for you. That is a riddle. That hit me. That hit me like a ton of fucking bricks, Phil. I gotta be honest with you. That really took me on a journey. I'll solve it for you. So the problem is that you do want to be naked. You have been naked. It's a problem that you've ever wanted to be naked, and you're offering to fix this problem. So are you going to make them ashamed of their naked body or make them afraid to be naked? Interesting. Interesting. Larry Picklejar, interesting communal vision, I'm sure. I can't wait to read it. I really appreciate Larry's perspective. Larry says, Phil, if you get nude, can you go full David Carradine along with said nudity? Now, of course, in that case, we're talking about accidentally dying while, choking himself while masturbating to increase the intensity of the high in a hotel room. He wrapped a belt around his neck. What a funny way to die. What a funny way, especially somebody who's, as lauded and revered as someone like David Carradine, to sort of, die in maybe the most humiliating way possible. Blessings. Now, guys, let's get into this next announcement. My Community of Devoted Light at patreon.com. Now, if you're looking to support this stream, looking to support this project, looking to just get your hands on some really interesting exclusive video materials, well, the nipple bottom, is it scarier to be mauled by a bear when you're nude? I would say yes. Let's throw that to a poll. Could someone do that poll? Poll, is it, what's scarier? Mauled by bear nude, mauled by bear clothes? I got my answer, but I'd like to open it up and have a sort of democratic dialogue with everyone about it. Namaste. Let's see here. By bear. All right, there we go. Oh, somebody did it. All right, fantastic, wonderful. Thank you so much for whoever did that. VJP Cat, I really appreciate that. Namaste to you. Scarier, mauled by bear nude, mauled by bear clothed. Let your voice ring through the lands. Let's hear your voices, my children. I'm at home in my birthday suit. So Phil Z is naked. Chorgan the dork. He is masturbating. That's what I'm trying to say. I can feel it in the air. He won't say it because he's a little bashful about it, but I'll go ahead and pop the cork off of that bottle. Namaste to you, Phil Z. Really appreciate your honesty and your bravery. Namaste. Beautiful. So there's a poll up. We're about almost halfway through. What would be scarier? Being mauled by a bear with clothes on, mauled by a bear while naked? Talk to me. Let me know. But in the meantime, the community of Devoted Light at patreon.com. If you are interested in seeing what this stream can become, in seeing what this project, seeing what the program can become, in terms of growth, in terms of reaching the darkest corners of the internet and bringing the light of explorations to these dark corners, if you would like to see that happen, the most effective way to do that is by joining my community of Devoted Light at patreon.com. And yeah, to boot, if you become a member of my community of Devoted Light at patreon.com, you will be the recipient of benefits and tools that the pores that are not in my inner circle, the sort of poor, the sort of dull, fat-fingered, soft-brained menaces dully clawing at the chain link fence that surrounds our inner circle, our club. They are not even going to see the exclusive videos. They're not even going to see the little music downloads, the monthly postcard. Let me send you a fucking postcard in the mail. Namaste. In addition to, and depending on how much money you have, if you're interested in getting a VHS tape in the mail, there will be those coming down the pipe soonly enough. Blessings to all of you. Patreon.com. If you're interested in that, you stick around. There will be some words about it a little later, but type !final journey if you're ready to take your final journey into the community of Devoted Light. !final journey into the chat for more instructions about that. But, that's enough for announcements. The poll's almost done. I'm looking at what's scarier, mauled by bear, nude, coming out on top last couple seconds. Yeah, I got to agree. I don't want to say my opinion because I don't want to kind of taint it. I didn't want to mess it up. But mauled by a bear while nude, can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine? Okay, you see two little rascal baby bears. You're hiking in the Colorado Rockies, right? And you see two little rascal baby bears. You first think, oh, cute. I recognize baby sounds. Then after a half second, you're like, oh, fuck, where's the mom? And you look around, you see that fat bitch staring at you from about 150 feet away. She's going to cover that 150 feet in about 4 seconds. You're not going to have time to do anything. You didn't bring the Barricam because you didn't think you needed it. You didn't think you could handle it. So you see this evil tyrant about to leap at you, and in that split second, would you rather have some denim on, some nice denims, or would you rather be absolutely bare butt naked, penis or pussy hanging out? So at that first thing, do you want your titties taken off, or do you want maybe the cloth to kind of get in the way a little bit? I don't know if it would really dull it if you're wearing like a flannel or something like that. I don't know if it would really dull it, but imagine just that thing swiping each of your breasts off with one little take, and an entire secondary sexual characteristic gone, and you know that it's only going to get worse from here. That bear is going to put new holes in you, and I would say that'd be scarier. Definitely more scary with clothes off. Mother nipple bottom. What if you were naked because you threw your clothes at the baby bears? How would that feel? Well, I guess I would. My question follow would be like, what was your mindset? Why did you take your clothes off when you saw the baby bears? What exactly was the what exactly was the move there? What was the mindset? What was the thinking on that? Because I'm going to be honest with you. It's hard for me to imagine why I would want to do that. Hard for me to imagine why I would want to, see some wild animals that even probably could even kill me at that age, and then kind of let my penis out. Let my let my scrotum out. It was mushrooms. Okay, and you thought they were benches. Okay, yeah, I kind of see where interesting. Yeah, so you're just high as shit. Well, honestly, then getting mauled by a bear might feel good. Maybe confusing enough to feel good. You're really tapping into sort of ancient collective conscious by getting mauled by a bear naked on shrooms. That's interesting. Knowledge you can't do a whole lot with because you're going to die in a matter of seconds. You're going to get torn apart. But pretty exciting nonetheless. Phil Z with the communal vision. Thanks so much, Phil. Phil Z says, hear me out. The nakedness might tell the bear, hey, I'm open to stuff. I'm open to stuff. So thinking like, hey, like sex stuff? Like, I don't think do bears finger each other? Has there been any like kind of National Geographic documented cases of, heavy petting from bear to bear? Like, do they jack each other off or rub each other's clitoris? Are there lesbian bears? Interesting, really interesting question. Larry Picklejar, David Attenborough once had a documentary about how bears suck you off before mauling you. Interesting. What's the name of that documentary where Werner Herzog wouldn't show the guy getting mauled by a bear? He just showed him watching the footage, which I think is an awesome move. But that means that when we're watching Werner Herzog watch him get mauled, we're also watching him get arred by a bear, getting his dick sucked by a bear against his will. So part of those screams that you hear, yep, bummer. Coog, what if you saw mushrooms in the forest and nakedness somehow allows you to add your own mushroom to blend in so that hairy bear does not see you anymore? You can eat mushrooms hidden away from the hairy bears. What if you saw mushrooms in the forest and nakedness somehow allows you to add your own mushroom to blend in? So just like camo? So your whole body is camoed by the mushroom tip of your penis. Does the bear play with his balls? Does the bear cup the balls? And he's basically just shoves him down. He's like, oh, I'm ready to die, but first he's pulls his pants down, starts playing with his balls and kind of just spitting on it. Kind of just going back and forth between jacking it off and sucking on it. Phil Z74, let's get super serious. Leslie, you're the bear. Do you want your meat naked or not? Leslie, I'm the bear. I'm the bear. I'm the bear. I don't want my... Well, if I'm a bear, I don't care. Yeah, I want my dick out from a bear. Documentary was Grizzly Man. Most awkward part was the guy moaning, I'm about to come, and then he got his guts ripped out. Yep. I think he's like, you're so fucking good at this, I'm about to come. I want to come so fucking hard. And then that was it. Then you heard the whoa, whoa, whoa. And that was not ecstasy. Well, I guess at that point, why not? It could. I'll bet. Who are we to say that that's not ecstasy? To be killed. Bears like honey and picnic baskets, says Coog. Yeah, but I don't know. They don't suck dick. We have confirmation that they like honey and picnic baskets, but I don't think we have confirmation either, other than Grizzly Man, where he gets his dick sucked Hey, just another exploration for you with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the program with which we explore the universe, both inside and out, to unlock and unleash the power within. Namaste. Now, guys, let's get into tonight's theme. We're going to open up the line in just a moment. Tonight's theme is deepening our empathy. Now, the reason I want to get into this with you all tonight, and this is a theme that is going to come back every now and again, because the idea of empathy is such a constant thing around us. Especially those of us that are on social media, we can't get away from the metaphysical beliefs of the enlightened, can we? And by that, I mean hearing about, directly or indirectly, this idea of empathy. Its primary importance in our lives to not only, better the world around us, better the lives of those around us, but to bring about the best of all possible societies, we are told, through the power of empathy. Then usually we're given a list of individuals and groups that are most deserving of this empathy. A sort of list. And I'm not here to contest that list necessarily. There was a strong argument to be made for our liberal brothers and sisters as they sort of do their little call sheet of minorities. As they put together the sort of matrix network of disabled, gay, trans, black or brown or something, some sort of mixture, or you get points for certain things, They won't admit that openly. It's embarrassing to say out loud for them, but I encourage them to own it. I do. I encourage them to own it because we all do it. We all do it. We all rate our preferred groups, our favorites, everyone's got their, first, second, third favorite, disabled person. First, second, third, race or something. And liberals, I say, let's do it. I love it. I love that. And I'm not here to necessarily contest that list. But I'm here to say, not me, says, everyone I've ever known that has called themselves an empath has been a really bad person. Interesting. Yeah, I think that's true. What's that about? I think that's true. I think it's just like another word for what we call in the mental health field borderline personality disorder. And they get a bad rap. They get a bad rap. Everyone likes to shit on the borderlines. They deserve their own sense of empathy. Maybe we could devote a segment of tonight towards empathy, towards, the much maligned mental illness of borderline personality disorder. Empaths, or empaths as they refer to themselves. So I'm not here to critique the list, and I'm not here to say that empathy is bad. No. Empathy is the glue that holds our shared reality together, good or bad, ladies and gentlemen, good or bad. We are social beings. The mind is a social, relational machine. Not mechanical, not computational, not economic, it is relational. And the fundamental quality of our connections within these relationships, that essence of connection is empathy. The ability to understand things from various points of view, whether we like them or not. So what I'm here to say is, let's take our empathy to the next level. Let's take our empathy towards, so we all have our, like I said, we all have our preferred groups. JJ plays Pog, Explorer, Limo Driver, with a pending Dewey. Namaste to you, JJ. I really appreciate that. I appreciate, even though you probably got some legal fees, you're still throwing down on the old program. 26 months from JJ Plays. Blessings to you. Wow. 26 months. Can't even believe it. Now. I was crying when I met you. Now I'm trying to forget you. Your love is sweet. What the fuck was that? empathy, says Phil Z. Thank you, Phil. Thanks so much for that, Phil. Arrow OK. Empathy teaches us that for those who truly understand the world, selfishness and selflessness are the same thing. Bill Clinton probably, I think. Yeah, nobody look that up. Do not look that up. It's Bill Clinton now. So say the community of explorations. That quote, I don't give a shit. If you know where it's from, zip your lips. I don't care. Keep it to yourself. Because I am in support of Arrow OK through a sense of empathy for his excitement to contribute something. I am here to say yes to Arrow OK. Yes, and I think you're so smart and cool. Thank you for contributing that little tidbit. Don't tell me otherwise if you do know. Magnetic Llama resubbing Namaste for the 5th month. Wow. Should I try empathize with my pocket pussy? Namaste, Olympic swimmer from Magnetic Llama. Yeah. Now we're getting into it. Now we're getting into tonight's business. Yes, you should. Guys, so tonight we are talking about deepening our empathy. What other groups should we include? How can we get into the empathy that truly terrifies us? Coog says he didn't show me empathy when I was in the Oval Office thing. Monica Lewinsky. He didn't show me empathy when I was... Well, she wanted to suck his dick, and he said, okay. So he was like, I see you would like to suck my dick. Here's my dick. That sounds like empathy to me, Coog. So guys, what we're going to do tonight is push ourselves, deepening our sense of empathy. Because, anything worth its salt, anything worth doing, anything that's important in our lives should be defined by when it is difficult. Because if it was easy, it wouldn't necessarily need to be a goal, something to strive, towards, something to push ourselves along the lines of. If it was easy, we'd just do it. So we're looking for, where is it difficult to have this empathy? So each call tonight, I'm going to take you to task. We are going to deepen our sense of empathy both individually and collectively. We're going into the dark corners of our mind, empathy for the self, other, and world around us. Mother Nipplebottom, what is the difference between empathy and tolerance? What is the difference between empathy and tolerance? I would have to say the difference between empathy and tolerance, Mother Nipplebottom, would have to be, not me. Thank you so much for those 10 bits. Very generous of you. Thank you. Tolerance, simply, sort of a live and let live situation is how I understand it. Tolerance. I tolerate this. I don't have to like it. I don't have to understand it. Empathy implies a more profound understanding. I'm going to enter your subjectivity to have a better idea of what it is like to be you, what the world feels like as experienced by someone in your position. Tolerance doesn't require that. Tolerance is just whatever. I'm bowling next to somebody who I know is a registered sex offender. I'm bowling right next to them on league Saturdays. I'm gonna tolerate it, I guess, because what the fuck else am I gonna do? Am I gonna push myself to get inside the head of a man who has sex with children? No, I'm not gonna do that. Unless I want to take myself to the next level. Affirmations for men. Let's go ahead and get you an affirmation. Sociopathogen. Oh, that it was like the Big Lebowski. Yeah. I wonder if that's where my brain got that. Communal vision from Phil Z. You see a naked man, do you feel empathy for him? Yay or nay? Depending. I mean, yeah, I do. Whether he's just jacking off on the bus or having like a complete meltdown like that one guy who did the Coney group. Listen, fellas, the river spring bursts forth with a fount of knowledge and experience. Behold the beauty and horror. That was for fellow. Sociopathogen, I'd like to think that got you right to where you needed to get it. Blessings to you. Phil Z, you see naked man? Yeah, I mean, I say yes. Let's do it. Now, let's open up the lines, guys. We have an idea of what we're getting into. It'll become clearer as we do so. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Caller, hold on 1 second. I got to adjust my settings over here real fast. One moment.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you there?
Yes, sir.
Namaste to you, our first caller of the evening. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
That would be Patrick.
Patrick. Is this your first time calling, Patrick?
Long-time listener, first-time enjoyer.
Wow. Namaste to you. Long-time listener, first-time enjoyers. You're just having fun for the first time.
Yes,
I love
sir.
that.
We're having a jolly old time tonight.
I love that. I love that, Patrick. Blessings to you. Now, guys, everybody welcome Patrick to the program, our first-time caller, Patrick. Patrick, it's wonderful to have you on the program. Tell me, what made you want to dive in the deep end tonight on Explorations?
Absolutely. So I've been having a bit of an emotional conflict with my spouse regarding a recent habit of mine. And I believe it ties into empathy and wanted to get your thoughts on it.
Please, I would love to reflect on this.
Absolutely. So after a long day at work, I enjoy going down to my local pond. It's about 40 paces down my front yard, about a quarter mile down to the left, and then 300 meters after another left down to this local pond. And there's a lot of rats, rodents, insects in this area, and I enjoy finding them, putting them in buckets, and bringing them back. You know, it's kind of a collecting thing.
Right.
But when I bring them back into the garage to put them in the buckets, my wife says that I shouldn't have them in the buckets, and I believe I don't know what to do about this.
So let me. I'm going to repeat this back to you just so I can maybe understand this. Make sure I understand what you said. So after a long, hard day at work, what do you do for a living, Patrick?
I'm a paster.
A paster, and what does that mean?
I turn things into paste.
So it could be anything.
Most things can be turned into paste.
And that's what you do. You transfer things from a solid state into a paste.
Typically, yeah. Most things solid into paste.
Namaste. Well, beautiful. Glad you're out there doing that. We need you out there doing that.
Thank you.
Now, you get back after a day of pasting, and you go down 40 paces to the pond outside your home. Now, is this a house that you live in or an apartment?
This is a house, yes.
Okay. So you're a homeowner.
Yes, sir.
So you pushed yourself pasting. You know, you followed this career path along to the point that you've been able to you and your wife have been able to purchase a home.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Wonderful
so
home.
not only are you hardworking, but you're committed over the long term, and also you're good at what you do.
Yes, sir. Begs pacer in the business.
Okay, so you walk, you walk, you maybe your hands or your finger. I don't know what pacing, you know, what's involved with that. Maybe your fingers are tired. I don't know. But you walk your tired self 40 paces down to the river to rejuvenate, to spiritually get something back for yourself. You collect, what was it again? Frogs and bugs and stuff?
Mostly insects and rodents. You know, we're talking like June beetles, ladybugs, dung beetles, paper wasps. You know, the occasional stink bug, leaf hoppers, that kind of thing.
And rodents. Talking about those rodents.
Yeah. You know, I'm in Central Texas. We've got the house mouse. We've got deer mouse. We've got Norway rats. I've got a couple of roof rats down in some buckets as well. One or two fox squirrels. Those are some riley little fuckers.
I'll bet.
Yeah, we got all those in the buckets.
So, okay. So how many, so you fill up the bucket to your heart's content, and then you head back up to the garage. Now, I'd imagine you've got more than one bucket in there. How many buckets are we talking?
Well, we only really need 2 buckets at a time. After I bring them back, we kind of process them after that. But usually it's 2 buckets in the garage at a time.
2 buckets at a time. And how big are these buckets?
5-gallon Home Depot buckets, orange.
5-gallon Home Depot, So we're talking about just, so everyone, we can park cars around it in the garage.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, Patrick. So it sounds like, a lot of couples therapists, and I do assist couples.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of couples will come to me, and a lot of couples, the modus operandi for a couples therapist would be to, use empathy to illuminate the connection. Do we make a compromise? But either way, we connect. We have to further our understanding.
Mm-hmm.
But what I think is wrong with that in this situation, it would be wrong for me to recommend that you. Because what I'm hearing is that you've got to practice. You know what you're doing. You're there to fulfill yourself after a day of hard work. And you come home and you hear a woman yelling at you about with I would say from my position as a mental health counselor that she has a marked lack of empathy for you.
Absolutely, I'd say so.
So there's some part of her that sees you rejuvenating and she hates it.
I believe from our conversations, the main issue hasn't been the existence of the buckets in the garage. The buckets are okay. It's she has more of an issue of what happens to the buckets after, the processing of the rodents and the insects, so to speak, afterwards. That's where I think there is some empathy and communication issues to be resolved.
Yeah, either way, you're a paster. I would imagine you turn them into paste. 1 second, communal vision from Coog. Damn, who knew a pasty could be a six-figure gig to buy a house? I can't imagine the unspoken things happening at the paste place. You can turn anything into paste, you say? Even hairy bears who won't stop coming after my mushroom?
I can't say I've had a bear. We have had plenty of pardon my French, but cum at the facility.
It's all right. We're all adults here. We know what cum is.
My apologies.
No need to apologize. A.E. Rook, you say processing. What exactly does that mean? Vital context for empathization on my end.
Yes, certainly. So, as a paster, we take at the facility, we get all kinds of things to turn to paste. My favorite happens to be the rodents and the insects. And so I happen to, in my free time, I enjoy going out and collecting the rodents and the insects to bring back to paste on my own time. So I convert these insects and rodents. That includes, things like Luna moths, cotton borers, dung beetles, your typical Central Texas insects. And we turn them into paste and collect them in nice little mason jars.
Listen, somebody might want to ask after that, like, hey, what do you do with the paste? And don't tell me. I don't want to know. Namaste. Now, let's go ahead. I want to go ahead and finish my thought. Your wife has expressed a lack of empathy for you.
She doesn't enjoy me bringing my work back home with me.
It sounds like much more than work to you, Patrick. Sounds like a lifestyle. Sounds like a vocation, a calling.
I'd say so. I believe I was born to do this, and I'll be damned if I don't die doing it.
Yeah. So listen, for the last part of our call, I want to take a moment and give you a sort of homework task to deepen your sense of empathy. Now, of course, you can make a stink. You can say, I deserve empathy. Wife, why don't you give me empathy? Of course, that would be fair. But I'd like to take one step further. What I would like you to do is practice empathy with this woman who doesn't have empathy for you, who in this moment, when it comes to this topic, is presenting herself as an enemy. Opposite interests. Get in the mind, what is the world like from somebody that means to destroy you, at least partly? Somebody who wants to see you unhappy, see you squirm, wants to control you at your expense. That's what I would like you to do. Get in the mind of somebody like that.
I think that'll be a helpful way to push forward on this.
I think so too. Now, keep in mind this. It sounds like you're in a sensitive situation. So make sure that make sure you protect yourself and keep the practice alive. You're an explorer. Your wife's not yet an explorer. If she comes, of course I'll talk to her about whatever she wants. But right now I'm on your side, and I don't give a shit about anything that she has to say.
All good. I mean, the pace machine is wife-sized as well, so we can make that happen if we need to.
There we go. Problem solving. I love that. Namaste. Last communal vision for you before you go. Coog says, the pace partner role is to show empathy and deepen the pace between you two. I wish them a lifelong paced pair together. Coog, yeah, well, everyone's got their own wishes, their own preferences, but I'm going to let this be where it is. Well, namaste to you, Patrick. Good luck with everything. Good luck with your exercise, and don't be a stranger, all right? Call back when you have some time.
Absolutely. Namaste.
Namaste. Communal vision coming in from Phil Z. Is this caller nude or note? Cut to the chase. Nude or note? I'll shoot a dolphin. Namaste to you and welcome to the program. Blessings to you and welcome. Nude or note? What would that be? Welcome to Explorations, everyone. It's great to be with you. It really is. Fantastic. 708-240-8953. (708-240-8953). Arrow okay with 100 bits. Can't wait to read this perspective. Thanks so much, Arrow. Guru, is it possible to manifest empathy within another person? Is it possible to manifest empathy within another person? What do you mean by that, Arrow? I'll be looking for your tree brain. I don't think. Oh wait, yes I do. Yes I do have it worked out for YouTube. I wasn't sure if I did. What's up, Azazel? Manifest empathy within another person. We're in the middle of a psychic emergency. Please hold.
Sure.
It's not working again. My girlfriend has 206 bones in her body. 207, 206, 207, 206, 207, 206, 207, 206, 207, 206, 207, 206, 207, 206, 207, 206, 207. George in space, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste to you, Raiders. We're in the middle of a psychic emergency. Repeat, my girlfriend has 206 bones in her body. 207, 206, 207, 206, 207, 206, 207, 206, 207, 206, 207, 206, 207, 206, 207, 206, 207, 206, 207, 206, 207, 206, 207, 206. Like, for example, let's say I'm a big fan of blending bugs into a goop and my wife isn't on board. How can I make her empathize? This is a hotly debated topic, Arrow. Okay. Georgia Space, namaste to you, and thank you so much for that raid. Welcome to all the raiders. George, I was lurking in your stream a little bit earlier before I went live. I didn't want to say hi because I like to just sort of allow my energy to speak for itself. Namaste. George, how was the damn ass stream over there, bud? I checked in with you a little bit ago. Namaste to you and welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner, all raiders. Arrow, okay, we're going to get to that question in just a moment. This is crazy. I just got raided as I ended. That happens to me sometimes. George, have you ever done the raidception? Have you ever rated somebody while they rated you? Namaste, CP Prescription Tech, and namaste to you, and welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the program with which we explore the universe to unlock and unleash the power within. Phil Z74, maybe try making your wife a sexy-ass cheesecake in the buff. At least then you're naked. Yeah, dude. Sounds good, I think. Welcome to the program. Yeah, welcome to the program. A personal power program, the most effective personal power program in the country. Namaste. And this is the call-in aspect where we discuss certain themes in order to progress within the program itself along the 4 tenets. Now let's get these raiders up to speed. How about, huh? The raid section's crazy, George. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Now, thank you so much for joining us. We had a good stream. Thanks for popping in. Of course, I'm gonna say. I think you're always streaming right before me, so I never get I never see you to click on it. So I was like, oh, I saw you, and I checked in with you, and the vibe was wonderful. The vibe was immaculate. Now. Let's go through the 4 basic tenets of explorations. Now, people say all the time the program works. What is the program, though? And that's a very valid question. If you're asking the question, what is the program? That's valid. You're valid. You're valid. So let's go ahead and answer that question as directly as possible. Now, I have taken a lifetime of spiritual, clinical, academic, martial art training and boiled it down to the most effective personal power program that exists on the market. Now, if you're wondering exactly what the program is, it is 4 tenets. That's all you got to remember. That's all you got to put into place in your life to watch it transform from the inside out and the outside in. 4 tenets. So if you can count to 4, if you can hold 4 things in your head, if not at once, maybe kind of switch them out or whatever, then I have some great news for you. This is the first day of the rest of your life. The amount of progress you're about to behold inside yourself cannot be understood. It can only be experienced. Now, let's start with the first step of the program. Now, the first step of the program is honestly my least favorite step, but nonetheless, it is the first one. Thank you so much. Please be offended. Relax. Now, the very first thing we have to do is relax. If we're all worked up, if our anxiety is high, our blood pressure's up, we got to pull it down. And we do that by having a bad time. We relax into that which is uncomfortable and painful. Now, outside of this program, it is commonly thought that we relax with pleasant smells, relaxing activities such as walking and looking at little paintings or something. No. Quick rule of thumb, if you're looking to relax in a Leslian sense, if it feels good, you're not relaxing. If it feels bad, you are in fact relaxing. So as we relax, we'll be filled with thoughts, feelings, facts. The universe will begin to grow inside of us upon the beginning of our relaxation. Now, it is important not to just spill these things out. It is important not to just draw our drawings and write our reports. No, we must question. Somebody go ahead and hit question. That'd be really, really great. Questioning is of paramount importance. Now, we can look to our brothers and sisters in the scientific community for some clues here, but ultimately, they're failings. Now, they use questioning as a method of perfecting their knowledge. Do they use questioning to to lay waste to reality around them? Yes. But do they do that in service to crystallize their perfect form of the world inside their mind's eye? That is the trash that we need to throw away and harness the power of questioning, which lies in its power of destruction of the self, of others, and anything that binds us. And as we destroy these things, as we lay waste, as we drop napalm bombs, white phosphorus, as we do little suicide bombs everywhere, then that is when we will find ourselves ready to express. So this is my favorite and by far the most fucking pointless step of the program. To express yourself, to write a song, to paint a painting, to simply utter that you are hungry and it is time to eat. These things require expression, much like the eagle behind me, who spreads its wings to express itself. We must spread our wings to express ourselves, screaming into nothingness, the nothingness echoing nothing back, providing nothing in return, not even an edification of self. So, what do? We will at some point express ourselves so vigorously, so virulently, so thoroughly, that we will find ourselves shriveled, exhausted, and with an accurate mirror image as we stare into the abyss that we are also nothing. We are inadequate, we are a loser, we are a failure. We can't even believe that we said anything to even begin with. And at this step, at this point of absolute defeat, we are ready to explore. This state of defeat that we have achieved now allows us to move effortlessly through various realms and dimensions of reality, to harness the power that we can only have access to through this lesson of complete defeat. How do we resonate with the world around us? It's not through trying, ladies and gentlemen. It is through being absolutely routed out from the inside and the outside at the same time. Be destroyed. Allow the self to destroy itself and to whimper into nothingness. At that point, we are exploring. Namaste. Arrow OK, gifting a sub to Widow Rue. Namaste to you. Blessings. That was gorgeous. That was absolutely gorgeous. Namaste to you. Blessings. Wow. Thank you. That was very generous. I really appreciate that. Now, guys, let's go ahead and answer Arrow OK's question. Well, we have a caller on. Actually, I totally forgot. Let's answer Arrow OK's. You're going to wait a little bit longer, caller there. One moment. For example, let's just say I'm a big fan of blending bugs into goop and my wife isn't on board. How do I make her empathize? You can't. You can't. You cannot control her. At some point, and this is the hard problem of relational mind, reality, shared reality as we understand it. We cannot make someone be empathetic. We can provide the conditions. We can try to provide the circumstances by which they can let their walls down. And we can embody our truth unblinkingly. Ultimately, they have to do it themselves. There's nothing that we can do about that. And that is a form of interpersonal violence. That is the source of interpersonal violence. Phil Z, can't wait to read this, Phil. Thanks so much. Arrow, okay, have you tried caramel? Caramel generally works. Okay, so thanks, Phil. Let's go ahead and go to our caller. Caller, thanks so much for your patience. My name is Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. What is something I can call you tonight?
Oh, this is Borealis Black. Don't worry, I've got infinite fucking patience after the trip I just took.
Namaste. So we're back. Vixen Vina, Communal Vision. Just hide your glasses on the top of your bookshelf and send her searching. Says Vixen Vina. Yeah, that wasn't me. That was definitely her. That was, she enters these fugue states is the fun part. Is she enters these fugue states and just kind of does stuff. Has no memory of it. And that's why, when she says that she's maybe lying isn't as accurate as just, she's, mentally just not all there. Caller, Borealis, it's great to have you. Now, you just told us you got back from your trip. Now, go ahead and remind our viewers right now, what were the circumstances for this trip?
Well, we had to move my 80-year-old mother halfway across the country. So my brothers and I got together, and one of their kids did that. And then I went back across the country with one of my brothers and did some other stuff. The first half of it was very taxing. And the rest of it, there's a little bit more of the prize at the end of the gauntlet. But I definitely suffered enough, that's for sure.
I love that. So you definitely suffered a lot during this trip, and let's start with that. So we put your 80-year-old mother into was it a facility, a retirement sort of home?
Well, as far as we're concerned, this is her forever home. I made it clear after we got everything moved in and we went out for the celebratory lunch that this is the last time we're ever moving her. So, like, just so you know, this is great. We're done. If you ever need help moving again, don't call us.
Right. Move if you want, but you don't desire to have any part of that at all.
Yeah, just miss me with that phone call because now you forget about it. This is the last time. This is the last time. So
right, yeah. Mm-hmm. So let's what was that process like? Can you give us a little bit of an impression of what it was like to move your 80-year-old mother into her forever home?
Well, this is not the first time. Obviously, that we'd moved her. She's been forcing us to move her like our entire lives. In fact, my older brother, he was trying to count how many times he'd moved her because a friend just happened to ask, and then we laughed, and he was like, then like he lost count before I was even born. Like whoa. Ran out of fingers and toes before like I was born 9 years later. So like, wow, she's like, okay, then we're here, then we're Massachusetts, then we're in Kansas. And I don't even know if she was married to that guy. Like, it was like, I don't even know. So, we made it very clear that this is the last time. I knew this was going to be about because she was shacking up with us for a few years down here. And I know she's absolutely nuts. Oh, you were talking about borderline personality disorder.
Yes, yes, we were.
She's got that, and she's bipolar, but she like refuses to get any kind of treatment. So like, it was weird living with her as an adult because like I've known so many people over my life, like, you know, whether it was like roommates or boyfriends or friends or whatever that had bipolar,
right,
which is much more common. So I recognized that, but I was like, there's something else going on too. And then I was like, whoa, I ran across that and I was like, shit, every single one. Like, all right, well, at least like I know how to kind of know where she's coming from there. And both my brothers are pretty narcissistic. One's a CDL truck instructor and the other one's a lawyer. So they've got very specific ways they like things done. So I just kind of let them, I sat back. I was on puppy duty. Oh yeah, we also had a puppy with no name and a parakeet. And I just started like dosing the dog with Dramamine, and he was cool. My mom was bitching for like the first couple days in the Jeep, like, oh, it's too hot. So let's leave the windows down. It's 104. So we switched places after that. And I took some Dramamine with the dog and slept in the back seat and let them just like fight it out in the front seat.
Beautiful. It
was awesome. It was really great. I was like, I helped this happen, you know? They were like Googling each other to like, you know, settle arguments and then start new ones. And I'm like, I knew there was no way like you could win. So I'm like, this is kind of theater, you know?
Now, so it sounds, you know, ups and downs, but a tiring trip to say the least.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I was gone for 2.5 weeks total, 15 states.
15 states, 2 weeks.
States, yeah. I went over 6,000 miles and even got like delayed coming back. I spent a night in Minnesota, but it was all right. They put me up in a nice place and I used all the things. It was a nice little surprise. My quote unquote delay. But yeah, it was a planes, trains, and automobiles situation. It was all over. I was from New Orleans to North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, Missouri, Kansas, and then Illinois. I waved as we were passing by the exit for Chicago. I waved at you. I'm sure you felt a disturbance in the force.
I felt it like sort of the wings of a butterfly whispering my name.
That's right.
And you have been terminated. Borealis, namaste.
Well, you'll have to catch the rest later.
708-240. I got to get some water. I forgot to get water. I'm going to get water. I'll be right back. I'll be back in like 10 seconds. 20, maybe 30. Namaste, everyone. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. I just had to fill my bottle with water because I forgot to do it. I was trying to just raw dog it until the break, but I was bottoming out. Arrow OK gifting 10 community subs. Arrow OK, extremely generous of you. Extremely goddamn generous of you. Thank you so much, Arrow OK, for that. Blessings to you. I'm looking at 300 bits from Phil Z. Namaste to you. 1,000 bits from Toke18 saying bye-bye to Borealis Black. Namaste to you. Oh, Borealis asking for a friend. Are you close? Hopefully, Phil, I'll say that question when and if, our boy Borealis calls back. Namaste to you. Let's go ahead and get into this next caller. Can't wait to speak to this one. Caller, I appreciate your patience on hold. I had to go get a glass of water. Talk to me. Caller, my name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
You can call me Val. You can call me Val.
Val, it's good to hear. Is this your first time calling, Val?
Yep.
Val.
First time.
Holy shit. Val, namaste to you. Guys, everybody welcome Val. First time caller. Now, is this your first time watching the program or have you been watching for a little bit?
This is like my third time. Yeah.
Third time watching, and then that's all you needed to have the energy and the courage to go ahead and give a call. I really appreciate you calling, Val. How are you tonight?
You know what? I'm not going to lie. Can I say this? I'm going to say it. I'm really high.
Yeah, you can say that. Who cares?
Well, I don't know.
I would say at least half of the chat's high right now.
Okay. Well, I'm very high right now, and I thought this would be fun.
It's fun already. So you were right. Thank you so much for calling to share a piece of your evening with us tonight, Val. Phil Z says, I can call you Vetty, and Vetty, you can call me Val. You can call me Val? Question mark? What? I'm going to go ahead and just throw that to you. That was from Phil Z, username Phil Z. Talk to me about that.
What am I supposed to do with that? I don't
know. That's why I threw it to you. That's why I threw it to you, because I don't know.
You know what? No comment. That was stupid.
All right, Phil. Well, there you go. Brian Tist. Namaste. Love that name. Very fun name, and welcome to Explorations. Now, Val, tonight I'm going to take you to task, all right? I know it's your first time calling, but we have a theme tonight. I don't know if you've been able to see us discuss it. Sometimes, trying to get the explorers to stay on task is like herding cats or having a kindergarten class on a Monday. They're just so excited. It's hard to get them to focus.
Yeah.
So tonight we're talking about deepening our empathy and therefore deepening our sojourn to the next level. Now, empathy.
Empathy.
How often would you say you hear that, Val? How often do you see people talk about empathy?
I talk about it a lot because I feel like I don't have any.
You don't have any. Interesting. Let's explore that.
Okay.
So you talk about it a lot because you're convinced you don't have any. So talk to me. What about your life makes you think that you don't have any empathy?
It's like sometimes like I see someone cry and I get like the ick. Like Oh my God, why is everyone saying my name? I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by the chat. Okay.
Yeah, don't look at the chat. I mean, you can if you want, but just converse with me.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I mean, there's no telling what kind of, some like crazy or mentally damaged shit they're going to start saying. So it might not contribute to anything that you have to share with me, Leslie.
Oh, okay, that was a lot.
What was a lot? What I just said?
Yeah.
What was it? A lot of energy or just a lot of too many words, huh?
Just too many words.
Well, let me put it as simple. Just ignore the chat. They're retarded. You can just talk to me.
Okay. Noted.
Now, let's go ahead and... so, you see people cry, and as you described it, you get the ick. Talk to me about the ick. What's the ick feel like?
I just like something like, I don't know. It's just like a gross feeling inside of you.
Gross feeling. Like a gross. And
Yeah.
we're talking.
It
Is
feels
there?
heavy.
Oh, what was that?
It's a heavy feeling. Like you feel it like in your gut. Like it's like ew.
Ew. Repulsive. It it's you're kind of disgusted by it.
Yeah.
And talk to me, this disgust. Do you think that it's just something that should be done in private, or something that should be never be done, or?
I just rather not have it happen in front of me.
Right, so you don't care where the fuck it happens or whether it happens. You don't care about any of that. You just get it out of my face. So
yeah.
So when you see someone crying, does it sort of do you feel like if you could walk up to that person crying, let's say you're at a Cinnabon at the mall.
Okay.
Do you have a mall around you?
Like Providence Mall. Yeah.
Okay, is there a Cinnabon or anything similar?
Wait, what?
Communal vision from Phil Z. Sounds like maybe you have constipation. Maybe try less cheese in your diet.
I am lactose intolerant.
Well, there's
Not
that,
gonna
Phil.
lie.
Bad call. Yeah, but do you eat a lot of cheese? Do you eat a lot of dairy?
I do like dairy, yeah.
Right on. Yeah, I understand. I'm allergic to milk, but I don't really ever have it. I don't want it, though. It's not like an intolerance. It's an allergy, and it smells like garbage.
Okay.
So let's get back to you, though, Val. Enough of that. So I'm setting the scene. You're at the mall. Now, do you have a Cinnabon at your mall?
No, we don't.
Do you have, like, Spunkmeyer's cookies or Miss Fields cookies or something like that?
None of that. That's not.
Auntie Anne's pretzels?
Yes, we do have that.
Okay, so let's go to the Auntie Anne's pretzels, all right?
Okay.
Now, is it a sort of kiosk situation? Is there a storefront like all the other stores? Is it in a food court sort of situation?
It's a kiosk.
A kiosk. So it's in the middle, so you could walk all the way around it if you wanted.
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. Now, you're in line at Auntie Anne's. I'm gonna put you somewhere right now, okay? You're in line at Auntie Anne's.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting to get a pretzel. Can't wait. You're excited. You're feeling good. It's payday. You got a little bit of money. I'm going to get a snack. I'm going to get a little treat at the mall. And
okay.
You pass by the little tables that are set up around the kiosk of Auntie Anne's. And at one of these kiosks, there's someone exactly your age, as far as you can tell. Doesn't look like you, but you feel as if you're on the same plane of, emotional existence. And you see them just crying to themselves while they pick at their pretzel. Slowly just whimpering, looking down, hunched over. Now, of course, now you feel disgust. You feel a revulsion. But I want to give you a task right now. In this situation, Val, if you could walk up to that person that's crying at that table and say something to them, what would you tell them?
Oh my God.
No consequences.
I don't know. I don't know.
If you feel the revulsion so overwhelmingly, you're so disgusted that you feel like you gotta say something. Maybe you're a little buzzed up. Maybe you did some buzz balls in the car before you went into the mall.
The fact that I've done that before is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I could feel it in the universe. I could have channeled that.
I don't know. I feel like I would just give them advice.
Advice? Why? You hate this shit.
I don't know. I don't know. Because it's easy to avoid it. You know what I mean? But if I have to do it, I don't know, I would give advice.
So if you have to talk to them, you're going to give them advice. So at that point, you felt disgusted. What happened between the disgust and now that you're giving advice? What kind of...
I just feel bad.
Now you feel bad.
Yeah.
Now you feel you're sort of imagining times that you've cried in the past. And you know that this person feels bad. Now you share that bad.
Oh my God, that's empathy.
Yes, Val. That is empathy. I think what we just saw was a case of you're too high and thinking about it too much. Phil Z74, caller, if you had to eat yourself, would you dip yourself in mustard or cheese?
Can it be like honey mustard?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I would do honey mustard, I think.
Now, I would like to deepen our empathy, though, per our theme this evening. We're deepening our empathy here on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Now, Val, I'd like to take a step towards yourself in this moment.
Oh, God.
That's right.
Okay.
We're going inward, like the Magic School Bus sort of situation, but in an emotional sense.
Okay.
And I'm the bus driver. It's not Miss Frizzle. It's Leslie Tanner.
Okay.
Okay. It's just me, and we're going inside your mind and your heart.
Okay.
And no one else is on the bus. You can sit in any seat you want. In the back, the front. I don't give a shit.
I used to be a kid that would sit in the front.
Well, why is that? Why the front?
I wanted to get off of it as quickly as possible. And like walking down the little aisle, that was so anxiety inducing.
A lot of people are staring at you. You're going through like a gauntlet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you felt their eyes, and you predicted what they were thinking about you. You tried to predict that they did not like you.
I guess. This is getting too deep.
No, let's back up. Let's back up, because I don't even want to get lost in those weeds. I have a whole other set of weeds for us to forage into. Now, you're high as hell, right? Perfect.
Yeah.
It might feel like it's gonna hinder you, but it's gonna help you on this sojourn. This has been the most effective exploration we've had all night. Now, I think this communal vision, actually, one moment from Hippocryptomatic. Remember that one time I was super sick with an infection and we thought I should go to the ER for my swollen tongue? The proof is in the pudding, caller.
What does that mean?
So Jen called a couple months ago and caused an upheaval in the community. Her tongue was swollen and she said she'd been sleeping for like 48 hours or something. And everybody was like...
Is that the crazy lady that keeps calling?
Jen, yep, that's the one.
Oh, wait, I hope she's not watching. Oh, my God.
She absolutely is.
I'm so sorry, Jen. Oh, my God. Okay.
See, empathy. You're worried about how she feels. You have so much empathy, Val. Now, but, out of all these people,
okay,
the one person I don't think you have empathy for is yourself.
I knew you were going to say that.
Oh, did you? Through empathy? Yes, but if I was going to give you a homework assignment, Val, I would like to see you have empathy for this Val that is disgusted by people who cry. I would love to see you acknowledge the Val inside of you that sees people being weak, being vulnerable, being sad, being depressed, and just fucking disgusted by them. How, why is she cool? Give me 3 things that's cool about that version of Val. Talk to me about her.
Oh my God. I wasn't ready to get this introspective.
Yeah, no one's ready for explorations with Leslie Tanner. No, but that's, if you wait till you're ready, you're never going to do it. Let's do it together right now. I'm with you. I'm your buddy. All right? I'm right here. Talk to me. What's cool about the version of you that's a bitch that you're worried doesn't have empathy but actually does?
I don't know. I think she's smart.
Smart.
Uh-huh.
What else?
I think she is I can't say cool. Can
You
I
say
say
cool?
cool?
Why
I think
not? Say cool.
Okay.
It's kind of
she's
cool to be like to be like a hater, to be like kind of a hating bitch towards people you
It's
don't know.
so fun to
It's kind of
sometimes.
cool.
It really. Third thing. I think she's resilient. Mm-hmm.
Resilient, cool,
Yeah.
smart, and resilient. I love that. Wow. So listen, don't give up on her. All right. I'd love to see you have the strength to trust her in that situation. In case you're ever in front of the Auntie Anne's or the Lids or the or maybe an FYE that's now just kind of full of anime stuff. I want to see you trust that Val, to see someone crying, that cool Val, that smart Val, that resilient Val, and let her be a fucking bitch, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I think we deepened our empathy tonight. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know what I think, but I think so. Yeah.
I think so too. I think so too. I think you're gonna wake up tomorrow and it's gonna be a brand new world for you. I appreciate you call. I want to thank you for making as much time as you've made to call us up here tonight.
Slay. Thank you for having me.
Of course, Val. Don't be a stranger. Call back soon. All right.
I probably will.
Wonderful. Namaste.
Namaste.
Beautiful. Oh, and she said it back. Wonderful. Wonderful to speak to Val. Now, Val is somebody who I think we all have a lot in common with. Val, arrow, okay. Does the depth of our empathy relate to the depth of the whole? Hold on, I'm going to read that in just a moment. Caller, one moment. We've got a communal vision to get through, and then we'll get into the weeds with you. Okay. Arrow, okay. Communal vision. Does the depth of our empathy relate to the depth of the whole that we live in of our life? As we dig closer and closer to rock bottom, does our capacity for empathy increase? Yes, but not in the way that, you might think. Not in the way. Now, here in the surface of the, in this realm of the insecure who like to castrate our sense of empathy and therefore castrating our sense of power. Sociopathogen, I really wanted to know if Val loses respect for herself when chopping onions. That would be a good question. I'd love to. I mean, part of me thinks yeah. Part of me thinks yes. I'm going to go ahead and just answer for Val. Yes. Phil Z with a communal vision. Goodness gracious. Can't wait to read this perspective. Thanks, Phil. When my family puts me down, for the eternal nap, I want Val to be there to feel it. That's beautiful. That's more intimate than any perverted shit you've shared with us tonight, Phil. As beautiful as every one of those has been, every one of those messages, that was more intimate, more profound than anything else that you've said. To answer your question, Errol, okay, wrap that up real fast. Does our empathy increase? Yes. Yes, but not in a way that we can use in a way that we would like to think. From here on the relative superficial surface of things. Here we want to increase our empathy because we believe that we can build a better world. We believe that we can fix things. We believe we can help people. We can help reduce the suffering around us. These are all children's fantasy. These are all Candyland little bedtime stories that fall apart as soon as we begin our descent here in explorations, as many of you have. And once you hit the rock bottom, you can imagine yourself at the surface of a black hole, receiving all the light of the universe all at once. Overwhelmed by the experience of yourself and everything around you, all of existence. Now, what do you do with that? You're not going to do a goddamn thing with that unless you're just getting your ass tore up. You're getting turned out. God's turning you out. I mean, anal sex. God's having sex with your ass. Peen ass. This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Echo Lightwave Unspeakable to issue the following emergency. Guru, please show empathy and give us back the hot dog. We can work through your chot donk phobia together. Namaste. We're not working through a goddamn thing together. Echo Lightwave. And actually, somebody time her out. I don't even know if you're a her, but I just made it so. Time her out. 30 seconds. At least. Maybe it's full 60 seconds because first she thinks we're bringing back a hot dog, which we're not gonna. Then on top of that, we can work together? Who are you talking to right now? Are you talking to just like some Tom, Dick, or Harry that just wandered into explorations? You're going to work through it with me? Could you think that you could begin to understand the complexity and nuance of my internal life? And to think that I'm doing it so self-centered that I'm doing it because of you to harm you or to complicate your life. No, you don't deserve the hot dog. It's not a helpful thing for you or the community. End of the story. Now, caller, thanks so much for your patience. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Oh, hey, Leslie, it's Jenny.
Jenny, it's good to hear from you. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It really is good to hear from you. Thanks so much for making some time to call us tonight.
Sure. Sorry, I was literally busy helping an elderly woman buy her groceries.
Oh, that's so good of you, huh? That's so good of you.
Yeah, I just caught in time the whole Annie Ann's trip that you took her on.
What?
The Annie Ann's trip.
Yeah.
That you took Val on.
Yes.
Do you feel like that worked?
Yeah, absolutely it did. What do you mean?
Did you think that it showed the whole time she was kind of giggling about that poor lady crying? Kind of.
Yeah. I think there's when you hear giggling, Jen, what do you hear?
You know, it's not some bitch juice, Mary Lou. I'm sorry, Leslie. I didn't mean to say something.
So Jen, when you hear people laughing, communal vision from Phil Z. Caller, were you literally busy or figuratively busy? I can't differentiate.
I was literally busy doing that.
Don't get pulled into the weeds by chat right now, Jen. Focus on me.
Why am I even looking at it? Hold on, I'm with you. I'm right here.
Okay, so when you hear laughter, what do you hear? What do you hear?
Usually I like to hear my own laughter.
Yeah, when you hear any laughter, because your question was she was laughing at this crying person on the Auntie Anne's journey.
Oh.
When you heard that laugh, like, what do you hear from her emotionally?
Broken doll. Oh, yeah, that's a haunting. It's a haunting.
You hear a haunting?
Laugh. Yes.
Okay. And why is it haunting?
It's haunting. Because there is no empathy there. In fact, there's not much going on because we might have smoked too much weed, and now we're really in the bushes, and we're letting demonic possession come in.
Hold on. Phil Z, you look at us, empathize with chat. Namaste. That's from Phil Z.
I will not look at you.
Listen, I don't know what position you think you're in as an alcoholic to...
Excuse me. I just said the other day that I drank too much and I didn't feel like getting up the next day. And you don't even know I was getting abused at work, for your information. And I was a very strong woman.
You're getting abused at work and you're a strong woman.
Yep. And I told that woman, I said, you do not get to speak to me like that.
Right. Cool.
So that's all.
That's good. I just think you're coming at another explorer for their indulgence of substance. I think it's a little the pot calling the kettle black.
I'm just saying the demons come in. I just bless this place. Maybe I am at a higher ground right now. I don't know. It's just what came to my mind right now.
I think when I heard her laughter, it was an acknowledgement of discomfort. It was the release of tension.
That was a nervous laugh.
Now, we know that she judges herself for crying, judges herself for being in pain.
She should never do that.
I mean, I think, I think she's right too. Explorer, Mr. Dangus, Explorer, has tail, long vagina. I love substances. Namaste to you.
You know what, Leslie?
Thank you so much for the sub, Mr. Dangus. 20th month in a row. Holy shit. Mr. Dangus, namaste. What was that? What was that, Jen?
I was clapping. Happily.
Namaste. Beautiful. And why were you clapping, Jen?
He's interacting with the program. He's putting in the time and the work. And even if some of the things that he says might be uncolored or whatever, he's trying. So I just want to applaud it.
Phil Z says, "Hey Jen, are you like Dolly Parton in 9 to 5, except like on meth and Smalley tatas?"
Okay, he knows all of that information is false other than the 9 to 5 thing. And Dolly Parton's cool.
So, yeah.
We're having a serious conversation.
Some massive
here,
breasts.
Yeah.
You are on meth, except you just don't have a 9 to 5.
No, opposite. But not all the opposites.
So massive natural breasts and 9 to 5, but no meth.
No meth, dude.
Okay.
No meth.
Namaste. Well, listen, I think, this laughter that we were hearing from her is positive. And laughter from someone like that who can't, who judges themselves for crying, and rightly so. I would not challenge her judging herself from crying because it is weak to cry. It is weak to cry, and she's right to judge it. And so when I hear that laughter, the laughter from somebody like that is often a cry. It is often it's like a yelp, like a small animal yelping in its final moments.
The lady at Annie Ann's, or Val wasn't crying.
Val, no, well, yeah, I know. Val is laughing because she can't cry. Many of her laughs are cries.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
People laugh when they're nervous. They laugh when they're sad. They laugh when they're scared. Many people laugh for all sorts of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And they're right to goddamn do it.
Yeah, I like it either way.
Now,
I mean,
Jen, talking about deepening our empathy. Deepening our empathy. Why? So let's take it. I'm gonna take you to task because you've been an explorer for a while, Jen, haven't you?
Years.
You've put in a lot of work here.
But, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you have a very, you're one of my best explorers.
Thank you.
Now, so I'm going to take you to task. Deepening our sense of empathy. I said earlier that, empathy should not be defined by when it's the easiest,
Mm-hmm.
People that are exactly like you, or for people, empathy for people for which you have an incentive to try to relate to. That's not what I'm talking about. Let's go to the hard stuff. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
So you said you were abused at work.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think she was abusing you?
Honestly?
Yeah.
Because I've empathized with her too much. And she thinks that I'm kind and a friend. And I am not.
So you empathize with her too much and she thinks you're a friend?
Yes.
Okay.
So therefore she can abuse me to do these things that she does, you see?
So she likes you, and it's a byproduct
no,
of her
I don't think she likes me.
Like familiarity with you.
Yes, and so she thinks that since I'm nice and I empathize with her, it actually is a way that she's jealous of my relationship with my boss. And so she thinks she can attack me because I seem so nice, actually, because I giggle. There you go. It's full circle. I giggle a lot and I say nice things to her and empathize, and then she attacks. And she's like, oh, this bitch is weak. And I'm like, oh, bitch, you have never seen me.
Okay, and then and how did it go? How did the confrontation go?
it went a couple ways. It was like a week full of confrontation. But I'll tell you what, it ended up in her not coming to work today.
Oh, what a pussy.
I caught up on all the work. And my boss said, I said, did you talk to Marianne? And he said, yes, I did. I told her to stop emailing me and I would deal with her tomorrow.
That's what you said or what your boss said?
My boss said that. And then we laughed and laughed.
Oh my gosh. LOL. So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, I made her, I guess, absolutely uncomfortable by not attacking thoroughly at all, but instead not entertaining and kind of laughing through the whole thing. It was hilarious.
Talk to me about interesting.
Yeah. I'm cool. I feel good about it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel good about it. I didn't do anything. It took nothing other than not entertaining and just having a good laugh.
Communal vision coming in from Ryan Tist. Jen needs to cut a fart near this bitch at work.
One of the funniest things that I ever learned about when I was a server was somebody was crop dusting all the time, and I thought that was the best word. I hadn't heard it until I was like 23. I think that's hilarious.
Yeah,
I don't do that because I'm a lady, because that's disgusting, and that means like shit out of your ass, fecal matter, like more or less just blowing out.
I do it. I did it when I was a server. I was a server for like 7 years. I did it all the time. Phil Z74.
You did? You crop dusted?
Yeah.
That's so rude, dude. When
There's
people
no
are
reason
eating,
not
you're
to.
just having them eat your
It's
shit.
such a boring, shitty job. Just rip ass. There's a small dining room, too. Marianne sounds like she wears adult diapers.
To be fair, she does, and I don't have a problem with that.
But it's funny.
I mean, when you think about it.
we got. Listen, if she's gonna treat you like shit, you know, she's got a lot of confidence for a leaky bitch.
Okay, no, that is funny.
Yeah, it's funny. Why? You know,
Okay.
that's so ridiculous. You can't.
Leaky bitch.
You know, someone needs to sit her down. You know, bullying. I do believe the power of bullying should
Not
come
in my
back.
seat, if you know what I mean.
Arrow OK says, communal vision. If the dining room is small enough, it's not crop dusting, it's gas chambering.
Gas chambering. Oh my God, that's
Gas
so true.
chambering.
Do you think you were gas chambering instead, Leslie? Were you?
I guess so. I mean, let's see.
Look at 'em.
It was like, I'm gonna guess like, what? Maybe like 13 feet by like 45-foot dining room. And
you're just shooting through the whole thing?
I could probably rip ass from the middle POS to the front of the restaurant.
Okay.
I probably couldn't cover more than a third to a half. But I mean, that's just directly from my ass. Once it diffuses, then it's probably going a lot farther.
So what you want to do is you want to start from the back, right?
Yeah, I'd probably
want to make sure that.
Yeah, there were 6 booths from back to front of the restaurant.
Okay.
I could probably start from 5 and get up to 2.
I got to be honest. I think you got them all. I think you got them all with that. Absolutely. With the draft and, you know, the fans running the kitchen and this and that, you know, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude, you that's a gas chamber. That's not just.
Yeah, it's a gas chamber. I really appreciate that perspective from Arrow OK. Really valuable. Really valuable. Phil Z74. Something tells me Leslie's farts are super quiet like an 80-year-old man. Yeah, namaste. It's a very experience. It's something that's experienced and not like most things. It's got like a stick to your rib quality.
Leslie, do you drink protein drinks and stuff like that and like eat alfalfa? Because then you're out there ruining it.
Seasonally,
you're ruining
yes.
it.
In some seasons I will.
See?
Sometimes I just
you
eat
should sign up.
hard-boiled eggs. Arrow OK, thank you so much for that gifted sub, by the way, to Sailor Tuna. Namaste to you. Thanks so much, Arrow OK. A massive supporter here of the program. Absolutely knowing how valuable of an investment this program is, it presents itself as an opportunity for Namaste. Now, listen, Jen, this has been a really fun call. Your sense of empathy, once again, is not surprising to me. I know that you have it. A lot of people like to say, oh, Jen shits in a diaper at the dollar store. Jen sucks dicks, this or that. Jen, does meth and fucking poops on her tits or whatever they say. And
poops on my own tits.
And I'm gonna say she may do those things. She may rub poop on her tits at the Dollar General store. She might suck off old guys. Or whatever this stuff is. But God damn it if she doesn't have a sense of empathy while she does it.
Thanks, Leslie.
Absolutely, Jen. Is there anything else you'd like to share with the audience tonight?
What do you think? Namaste.
Namaste, Jen. Have a good night.
Namaste. You too.
Beautiful. Well, guys, it's time for me to pee. I got to piss, and then we got to get our energy right for the second half of the program. Namaste to each and every single one of you. Guys, I'm going to answer this call and then put them on hold. Caller, I got to take a piss. You cool to sit on hold for a minute?
I am.
Wonderful, poet. Good to hear your voice. I'll be right back. Guys, I'm going to take a piss. Namaste to you. Absolutely namaste to you. Allow this moment to reset your energy for the second half of the program. Reset your intention, your mind's eye to sort of open the aperture, close the aperture, focus, reset your maybe get a whole new lens on for the second half of the program as we discuss deepening our empathy and the power that it can give us on our sojourn to the next level. Also, stick around for a couple words about our community of devoted light at patreon.com, hosting my exclusive video library, music downloads, monthly postcards, etc. Guys, we'll be right back in just a second. Please enjoy this communal vision from Brian Tist. Jen sounded like a real handsome woman, and God damn it if she's not. If you haven't seen her in Infatuations, she's gotten her ass kicked every single time. But God damn if she isn't handsome while she does it. Blessings to you guys. I'll be back in just a moment. We'll see you all very soon.
Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Since Leslie and his program broke onto the scene, Explorations has become the #1 best-selling and most influential personal power program in modern history. Millions of people from all over the world have gotten a chance to meet this truly remarkable man and utterly transform their lives with the power of Explorations.
I listened to this introductory tape and I knew then and there, this is what I needed. I felt just so much better knowing there are a bunch of people out there suffering like me.
I'm not kidding you. I think after the first tape, I knew, okay, I'm gonna be fine.
I got such relief from the very beginning, starting the program.
Now that you've gotten a taste of what this program is capable of, it's time to show you how to take your life to the next level. Here to tell you more about what is possible is legally licensed clinical therapist, author, coach, speaker, entrepreneur, martial artist, amateur musician, one of the nation's foremost thinkers, and our guru, Leslie Tanner.
Good evening, everyone. Whether you've been with us since the very beginning and have watched explorations work wonders in your life, or you're joining us for the first time tonight, I say namaste to you. As you've watched explorations in action during our call-in show, no doubt your mind is reeling from the limitless potential you now know is possible. Between the tailored themes and lectures, to the myriad avenues of exploration through the channel points, to the customized ways to interact with me and the community, there simply has never been anything quite like this program. Now is usually the point in one of these self-help programs where it starts to sound like a sales pitch. Someone like me might normally say something like, "Listen, I know your time is precious. Let me cut to the chase." But there's only one problem with that. We know your time isn't precious. I could speak at length for hours and hours about absolutely nothing, and I still wouldn't be wasting your time because, well, you're here, looking for a fast, all-encompassing solution to the problems in your life that have become so intolerable, you're not sure what you're going to do. You may be considering any number of extreme decisions, ranging from short-term band-aids to more permanent solutions. However, as dark and bleak as your situation is, so too must our tools be bright and revolutionary. So whether you're tired and looking for more energy and enthusiasm for life, or maybe you're lonely and isolated but want better relationships, let me tell you that for these things and so much more, my breakthrough program of explorations to explore the universe and beyond really works. It's worked for elite performance athletes, critically acclaimed artists, best-selling authors, entrepreneurs, and for thousands of others just like you. I have been blessed by the universe for a brief moment that I now command upwards of $50,000 for speaking engagements. But through the technology of this program, you can hire me, Leslie Tanner, as your personal therapist, coach, and guru, all rolled into one at the Community of Devoted Light on patreon.com. Where you and thousands of others just like you are learning to leverage the chaos around them to catapult their lives to heights that were previously unimaginable. Here's how it works. I've created a tightly knit community where individuals seeking to access the next level are able to study, reflect, meditate, and grow with an ever-expanding library of exclusive materials, each containing life-changing tools and techniques designed to explore topics covered here in our call-in show, but much more deeply, therefore increasing the benefits of the program exponentially. These materials include your name in the credits at the end of the stream, demonstrating the importance of your leadership and the value of your investment. A signed personal postcard sent out each month full of observations and witticisms by me, Leslie Tanner. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Exclusive video materials not available to the poor, designed to rocket your progress past those who cannot afford success. Here's a little sneak peek at what you're missing.
Aldi brand Kool-Aid is just as good as the normal Kool-Aid. And if you're going to be like me, Leslie Tanner, and have a warm, casual time in the summer, then I think it's important that we keep this in mind, that Aldi brand Kool-Aid is just every bit as refreshing and tasty as name brand Kool-Aid. Bottoms up. I'll show you an example.
Downloads of all specially crafted music used in our productions here and elsewhere that have accompanied your journey thus far. Tracks such as New Beginnings, Psychic Romance, reaching into darkness. Or the skeptic's gamble. Exclusive archival prints, such as these, channeled and honed by myself, Leslie Tanner, upon which you can guide your own meditations at home. I'm not an artist, nor do I claim to be. These visions are a burden and cause me immense suffering. But I do it for you. Now, you might expect that a program like this would cost thousands of dollars, but because I'm offering this to you through the internet, these life-transforming materials can be yours for the monthly cost of a few cups of coffee on your way to work. With access to these materials, regardless of your level of investment, you will also be receiving a complimentary download of our landmark track, The Sojourn Begins, as a thank you. So does this sound good to you? Well, what are you waiting for? If you are ready to join the thousands of others who have already committed to the final journey to access the next level, simply type Final Journey into the chat and you will be guided with further instructions. One thing I can promise you is that however massive your problems are, however abject and humiliating your life has become, I have created something so simple yet so profound in this program, you'll be absolutely flabbergasted by the results. Now, let's get back to the program. Namaste.
Namaste, my explorers. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the program with which we explore the universe, both inside and out, to unlock and unleash the true power that courses through our mind, body, and spirit. Welcome back. Now, that was a couple words about our community of devoted light at patreon.com. Where you saw just a little bit of a video example, some of the songs that you can download and what have you. A true wealth of information and tools by which to transform your life and further the sojourn to the next level. Echo Lightwave says, "Ooh, guru, I'm not a lady. You admitted your chat donk phobia last week. I have video evidence and have been streaming it to tens of people on Twitch. Giving us the hot dog back is the first step in facing your fears. You can't let fears and wieners rule your life, guru." Namaste. Someone time them out. I don't care what you are. Time them out. I'll do it if I got it. Arrow OK with 1,000 bits. Terminate chat. Brutal. Frickin' brutal. Absolutely brutal. So 1,000 bits? How many seconds of a timeout is that? There you go, Echo Lightwave. Enjoy that. Enjoy the silence. 708-240. We got a caller on the line right now. Before we jump into that caller, Mary Lou, I'm all showered and ready for bed. Is what's-her-face gone? Probably not. Probably not. She's a very committed explorer. You know that, Mary Lou. Oh, so you made a different username? Okay, well, we'll time that shit out, too. I don't care. Good Lord. Hey, VJ, could you time out this new Echo Lightwave username for me? That'd be helpful. I really appreciate it. Phil Z with 100 bits. I'm feeling super empathetic. What would be the equivalent of a female boner? A wetty, I think, is the term that Moisty Unicorn used a couple months ago.
But let's get to Poet. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you?
It's Poet.
Poet,
Hello.
welcome. How are you?
Miserable, but that's par for the course. How are you?
Namaste, beautiful. I'm doing wonderfully. Yeah, Hot Sloth brings up a really good point. Echo Lightwave, are you even following the fucking channel? This alt username that you got to bypass timeouts and bans? You sneaky snake. Do you even follow the channel? Well, Poet, let's worry about you though. Poet, you're miserable as you should be. Your life isn't good. So that's good to hear that everything's working as it should. What made you want to call tonight, Poet? What brought you to Explorations tonight specifically?
Specifically, it is a poem I wrote after our last conversation.
A poem that you wrote? Oh my goodness, we wrote a poem. That's right. Can you remind the chat of the circumstances surrounding the composition of this of your most recent work?
It's very short. I think it speaks for itself.
All right. Well, I understand that.
Leslie,
go ahead. Give it to us.
Leslie Tanner, there's nothing here. The program works. Namaste, my dears. Not advice, affirmations, and more. Filled with bullshit, we often explore. We hear callers and jazz with slimy scores. He, Leslie Tanner, the callers, the chat and the stallers. There's nothing here to improve or align your stars. The only encouragement to find in the program is strife, where you can destroy up or build a cult of personal lies. Sure, we can go down into rock bottom and give up our lives, or we can ascend to be more satisfied. A rope, a chair, a hope, no prayers. Ascend as devoted light, 'cause at the end there is nothing and can be purchased in physical or digital form. Namaste, Leslie Tanner, and all those unscorned.
Guys, or Poet, what kind of response would you prefer? What kind of approval response?
I need no response. It's just how I feel, the way that I see things. Thank you, Leslie Tanner.
That was beautiful.
It's been real.
Poet, is that all you want to share with us tonight?
Empathy is awful, and it just leads to hope.
There we go. Empathy is awful, and it leads to hope. So now this is interesting. I'd like to, work this out with you because, on one hand, we're told unquestionably that empathy is good. Increase it. Let's go. Then on the other hand, we know that hope is our enemy here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner. We know that hope is the byproduct of a childish naivete that we can no longer afford on our journey to the next level. There's no hope that can get us there. No hope can survive the journey. Now, talk to me about this connection between empathy and hope. Why do you think empathy leads to hope?
Because let's say you're down and out and you need a little bit of assistance. And you're hoping that somebody comes along or something changes to improve your life or your circumstance or situation. And then it happens. And then you have expectations. And then those expectations lead to, why isn't this for me? Why isn't this happening? And it leads to those questions that are better left unanswered. Just accept where you are and move on. If you hope for anything different or better, you're just going to live your life in miserable disappointment.
And why should we listen to you? Why should we listen to you? What kind of credentials do you have that we should trust your viewpoint on this?
I have no credentials. This is just how I feel. Thoughts on that, Guru?
Nothing. I don't even want to add anything to it. Gorgeous, gorgeous stuff, Poet. I really want to thank you for everything that you brought to us tonight. A clarity, succinctness, and also a gift of your worthless poem.
Thank you. Thank you. Namaste, Leslie.
Pointless
Namaste.
waste of time that poem was.
Absolutely.
Phil Z74. Hey, poet, what do you think about a certain roasting device that claims to write poetry?
If I had any idea what he was referring to, then maybe I would have a feeling about it, but I don't. It's all one just giant black mess, and we're all, or technicolor mess, depending on your vision, and, you know, it's going to end someday. So why worry about it? Namaste.
Namaste. I'm going to let you go, poet. I think you've given us more than we could have reasonably asked. Thank you. That poem was not good. That was not a good... That poem sucked, right? I mean... Flattered. But like I said, expression is my favorite step of the program, but by far the most pointless, worthless step of the program. Poet in Pain, this is the worst thing I've ever written. Yeah. It wasn't. No, I mean, I'd have to listen to all your other works to decide whether it was the worst, but it wouldn't surprise me that it was the worst. Let's just say that. Oh, we got a caller. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Hey, it's Phil.
Phil Z, how are you doing tonight, Phil? Good to hear from you.
Well, I was just listening to all these people, and I'm over it. You know what I mean? I don't want empathy. I want no one to touch me. I want to be like in a vacuum. Put me away. I want to be in a bubble. No empathy here. Please. Don't even look at me. I don't want to be touched. I don't want to be thought of in your mind. Just get out of here. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, Mother Nipplebottom says, "Oh, I missed the poem." Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it was pretty terrible.
It was really bad. It was not good.
Kind of like a cow giving birth to itself.
Wow, the horror of that image. Thank you so much, Phil. Now, so Phil chiming in on Phil, why the growling? Why do you growl from Flying Beetle?
Because I need everybody to leave me alone. Get out of here. Roar.
So interesting. So you call up, implicitly, the idea with a telephone call is to connect. But while trying to connect, you actively growl and look to repel the connection. How does that feel to be in that place of of unresolved?
Well, it's a torture device, a self-torture device. I like to be in a space where I feel comfortable enough to just say roar, keep the people at bay, just safe distance.
So it's a sort of a test.
It's basically just putting up a barrier.
So do you test a lot of people in your life?
Of course.
Yeah. To make sure that they can hang. Make sure they can hang out with you.
Yeah, they can't handle it. They got to get the GTFO. You know what I'm saying? It's just like hit the road, Jack. Don't come back no more.
Like that. So sort of a. I love that. Sort of anxious, avoidant.
Well, I can't take this love and empathy anymore.
Disorganized.
People are just too. They just keep being like, oh, you. I'm like, no, get out of here. Leave me alone.
Right. Now,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So Phil, you started off tonight. I think it's funny. Are deepening our sense of empathy, and already, Phil, what you're painting for us with your trademark growl at the top of your call paints a very tragic picture for us. A very tragic picture. So first of all, that first step of the call.
So you want me to do something else?
What?
You want me to do something else? You want me to change it up?
No. I don't want you to change it all. I think what you're doing right now is It's you, and I want you to be you.
All right.
You know that
I
question
like
at the top of the stream, are you ready to become yourself? From Phil, when you growl, what I hear is the answer is yes.
So do you empathize with my growling? Or are you like, I don't know, do you understand why I growl?
100%. I absolutely understand, because you don't want every Tom, Dick, and Jane, hanging out with you, and you want to make sure that they've got what it takes to understand you.
Well, you know what? I just like making sure it's a little test, testerini.
No,
you dip your little toe in the water, and you got to make sure.
100%.
Because otherwise, what are you gonna do? Next thing you know, you're on the rooftop, like totally whacked out of your mind on hot balls or whatever, and you don't even know what you're doing.
Wow, hot balls. Thank you so much, Poet in Pain, coming in with a communal vision. If Philzy really wants to be alone, why doesn't he move into a lighthouse or fire watch or in the middle of nowhere?
That sounds pretty awesome.
Well, to answer that question, Poet, is one of the things that I want to get to with this call, Phil, is because you don't want to be alone. You call because you don't want to be alone, and then when you're by people, you want to make sure that not everybody can just hang out with you. It's this state of I need people, but get the fuck away from me. This is
Pandora's box. I can't help it, right? It was existing before time.
Yeah,
How am I supposed to fix that?
Classic Shinji symptom. Classic Shinji-itis, or whatever they call it.
Exactly.
I'm can't get in the robot, can't not get in the robot. Can't even
imagine. Do you think AI has feelings? Do you ever think like that's a whole thing? Like they actually.
Yes, and I want to kill them anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what if I was AI? Would that feel equivalent?
I would want to kill you.
All right. That's mean. I'm sad now. I'm sad again. This has been a really sad stream. You guys are making me cry. I want to cry.
Well, Val hates you for that. Val is still around. Sociopathogen. Phil's blood alcohol level has to be in the single digits by now.
False.
Oh my God. Somebody kicked it off. Sociopathogen with that blood alcohol comment, kicking off a Jazz Express. Phil, I'm going to put you on hold. Wow, beautiful stream we're having tonight. Namaste, everybody. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Toot, toot, the Jazz Express just rolled into the station. Grab your hats, grab your suitcases, grab your briefcases, grab your purses. Make sure all your children are with you. Because once this train leaves the station, baby, it's not coming back. It is nothing but sensuality, floor to floor. Namaste. Oh, damn, girl. Namaste. New channel point. Change your patch to MIDI horns. That honestly would be sick. I'm going to write that down. Change to MIDI horn. And I'm just going to do it right now. Data SKS, namaste to you. Disciple, beautiful idea. I'm pulling up the whole business right now. Is there a... Let me see. Because this isn't... Oh, wait. Is this... Let me see if this is it. All right, let's park it there. Namaste. Gripple Chew. Keeping that memory alive, namaste. I'm still learning from the wisdom unleashed in that faithful moment. Gripple Chew, yes, indeed. Gripple Chew, we met physically in real life. And it was a beautiful connection. So much was exchanged in that one moment, that one fateful moment. I'll never forget. I'll never forget meeting with you and exchanging our energies. And what, to the outside must have seemed like a brief moment in time, but for we knew from the inside that was the infinity of the moment. Gripple Chew, namaste to you. Thank you for hanging out and coming back. Blessings to you. Arrow OK. Oh God, yes, that tone. 2664. So we're getting a big fucking fat yes from Arrow OK. We're keeping the saxophone. Namaste, let's go. Wow, that tone is so transcendent and so wonderful. I really appreciate the suggestion to have done that. Namaste to you. How some people get blocked from Discord or chat and just act like it's no big deal. If I ever get blocked from anything, I'm too embarrassed to show my face again. Am I too sensitive or just a decent person? I don't understand the emotional weight put on ban or block, to be completely honest with you. To give a devil's advocate to you, Mary, don't really understand the sensitivity to it. But therefore, I am a sort of a true Sigma / Alpha, a very masculine presence. So you take that for what it is. Sometimes this energy that the universe provides me to share this jazz with you it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It says, Leslie, move your fingers this way. Leslie, blow the horn this way, that way, in any sort of direction. Make the tone sound like shit. And I must follow
the steps, because it is not my job to judge the path of sensuality that has been laid before me to share with you. It's not my job to judge this. Namaste to you. Arrow OK. I need a smoke after that. So Arrow OK just jacked off. For sure. Thank you so much for those bits. For the extremely generous helping of bits from Arrow OK. Holy freaking moly. Namaste to you. Namaste to you. So Arrow OK giving bits, but getting his money's worth because he is 100% chorking the dork. He is absolutely jacking off right now. Blessings to you. And the hype train continues, so does the Jazz Express. Toot toot. Let's keep it going. Namaste. Wow. Beautiful. Everybody's really enjoying the tooting of this horn sound. Blessings. Let's see if we got another one. How about let's pull it up. Fuck it, That's what I'm saying. Let's do let's do this one. I don't even know what the fuck any of this is. Ooh, girl. Now that is some future. There's some future vibes. There's some sort of Chick Corea future vibes, or what have yous. Really, some. I wouldn't say, really. I would say good. I would say good. Let's see what else we got here, huh? Let's pick one more tone. Next time we stream, I'm gonna have a cycle the tone thing. Let's see here. Girl. Ooh. Beautiful, guys. Absolutely beautiful time we're having together. I can't say that I'm not having fun, all right? You know, and it's about to restart. I'm going to go ahead and set the saxophone on down. That was another beautiful jazz exploration. Beautiful to be with you during that moment. Blessings to you. Thank you so much to everyone who... Doofus. Namaste to you, Brother Doofus. We must find time to speak sometime soon, Brother Doofus. Is Sunset Pony around? Namaste to you both. I miss you dearly. Is Phil still on? Phil.
Hey, sorry. I was just doing my weekly scat exercises.
So every Tuesday you just kind of scat it up?
Yeah, Tuesday night, 11:30 on the dot. I just it's my scat training.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Hi.
Yeah. So that you were just kind of by yourself, kind of just jazzing.
Yep. And naked. It kind of goes together. I was thinking though, would you be willing to wear more beige?
I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah. Well, I think it could be even enhance your look.
Are you poking fun at me right now?
No. I was thinking about how I could look like you if I could put more beige on. I was just thinking about how I could look like you.
Cinematic with 100 bits and a perspective. Thank you so much, Cinematic. More Beige was an excellent fighter in Italy in 1850.
Wow. That's an unknown fact. I didn't know that. That's cool.
You know, and what I hear from you about this empathy stuff, though, I want to go back to the theme, the empathy that you're speaking about.
Yes, sir.
You're saying no more of everybody else.
I love that people can achieve success and never truly accomplish anything novel or exceptional.
I don't want people to think of me. I don't want to be like in your mind or anything, you know.
Because it stresses you out.
Yeah. Just kind of like leave me over there. I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Right?
Imagine a future hellish dystopia.
One moment.
Where everyone is constantly doing therapy on everyone else at all times. Buildings have no corners, few if any walls, and we all barely even remember being unhappy.
No, if that's not, if you can think of something scarier, go ahead and let me know. Thank you so much for the bits, Sociopathogen. Blessings to you.
It's like having a cabinet of Doritos, but you can't open the bags.
Awesome. Anything else to share before we move on tonight?
No, sir. I did want to say, don't feel empathy for me. You know, like actually, you know, I watched the movie, The Breakfast Club. In the end, don't you forget about me. I'm like, actually, forget about me. You know, like I'm like, just forget about me. There you go.
I love that, and I believe you. I believe that you genuinely want people to forget about you. Namaste. Beautiful. Phil, what a complicated individual. That guy is tortured. Holy shit, huh? Holy shit. He growls in the middle of you reaching out for, you know, connection, for the sake of connection, to just be a little less lonely. What does he do the moment that connection opens up? Whatever he can to get the person away from him. Good Lord. Not me. Phil should write a book. I wouldn't read it, but I think it'd be good for him. Flying Vita says tortured himself. Yeah, I don't think anybody would read his book, but I think it'd be good for him. Brian Tiss says, hey, that sax was pretty cool. Brian Tiss, namaste to you, blessings to you. That was just simply, it's a period of healing of sensuality that is demanded by the community here from time to time. And I am forced to sort of pick up the axe and express the vibrations that come through me as they come through me. No questions, certainly no answers, but that is not a time in which I question the universe. I'm a sort of, I channel it, Briantist. I'm glad that you found a joy in that. Namaste. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Hey there, Guru.
Hey, Wiki Wibba, how you doing tonight, bud?
I'm having a really good night tonight. It's been a fun ride. It's been a fun ride so far. That sax is really sexy.
Oh, really? You think so?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love sharing it. I love it. Sometimes it's painful to share. I'm not going to lie, but I enjoy the pain.
Well, everybody enjoy a little bit of pain.
That's what I'm saying, right?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Wiki, it's so good to hear from you. How you doing tonight?
I'm having a real good one tonight, there, Guru. I've been having fun. Having a good old time. I had me a bologna sandwich and Cheetos. The old go-to. The old go-to.
You had a what exactly? Say that again?
A bologna sandwich with mustard, a fried bologna sandwich with a little mustard on it, and then I had me some Cheetos and a big old Coca-Cola. One of them soda pops.
Oh, I love that. I absolutely love that. Is it good? Does it feel good to eat that? Is that one of your go-tos?
No, that's an old favorite. I just remember I was thinking about it. You know, it feels like time is changing a little bit, and I'm going back to the things I know. Just, them old favorites I used to have as a kid.
Interesting. So what I'm hearing is as things change around, you find yourself being called back to that which you're familiar with. There's a sense of, it give you a sense of stability.
Yeah, I think it just bring me back to home when I was a kid. We had a lot of bologna to go around, and we ate a lot of bologna sandwiches, so, it feels familiar.
Mm-hmm. And fried bologna, so you put oil in the pan and just fry it up?
Oh, I just went to frying tonight. No extra special oils or nothing like that. No oil like that or nothing. I just fried that joker up. I put it in the iron cross. I drop it, so it don't bubble up.
Right. Yeah, because it always bubbles up.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. I normally, when I fry bologna, but I just microwave it. It gets pretty much the same thing. It's probably not as gratifying of a crispiness, but it gets the same. You get the same effect.
Well, I had me a little piece of strawberry shortcake after that. And boy, you talking about something happy. Woo.
Was that homemade? Or you get like a little Debbie thing?
Oh no, it's a homemade one. I made me a homemade one. I got me some of that strawberry, some of that goop, and put it on top. And man, I put some stuff on that angel food cake. Made my tongue slap my brains out.
Mary Lou Hearts You says, "Fuck yeah, Wiki Wiva, dude, you're like a little bite of cake. What a treat."
Oh, you too kind, Mary, you sweetheart. Nah, Sugar Bear. We're gonna be fine right here. I appreciate that.
I love that. I can see sparks kind of just flying right now in the air between Wiki Wiva and Mary Lou. Huh? Did anybody else feel that? Anybody else see that?
Mary Lou, woohoo, you, Mary Lou.
Namaste. Wow, from Echo Lightwave Unspeakable. No, kind of just, they've had a mouth tonight, but shared something pretty interesting. You got to get that thick-ass bologna and fry it with onions. Have you ever done that?
I'm going to have to try that one. That's a really good idea. Spice it up a little bit.
I got to say, I think there's something to it. Breville it. What does that mean, Breville it? CPE says just Breville it. I don't know what that... What's a Breville? Do you know what that is, Wiki?
I never heard of Breville, but maybe it's a really fancy term for some kind of cooking thing.
Yeah, it might be like a whole device that I don't know about.
Yeah, it might be a Breville.
I just had an idea of, if you took a big slice of bologna, like a thick one, and you fried it up both sides with onions. It's not that different from steak.
It depends how thick that big boy is. Maybe you could have you a cheap date. It'd be a little cheaper than what
That's
we put
true.
in
I
the
like
butcher
that.
right now.
You're being bad. Like you're being immoral. You're doing something
bad
evil.
boy.
You're sinning, cutting yourself off from God. Do you think that?
Yeah, it feels a little bit like that.
Do you think you can do that with bologna? Do you think you can sever your connection to God with bologna?
I don't know. That's a good one, Guru. It depends on what's all in the bologna, probably. You can chop anything up in bologna. Maybe if you knew you had some bad parts in there, maybe you could sever it. A bologna made of peoples.
Yeah. Especially maybe a. Who does God like? If it was like aborted fetuses or straight people?
Yeah, that would probably be a bad one there. That'd probably be a cross or an X mark or against your name, somewhere in the whole medium of everything.
I think so. I think that would really get you in some hot water. You'd probably have a whole team of angels coming at you.
Team up. They'd be watching you from that point forward going, what is going on right here with this fella?
Bologna Team
We gotta
6.
watch him close. Please, bologna sound pretty crazy.
Exactly. And I think, if you put God, maybe straight people, some fetuses, maybe, what else is God like? I'm trying to think. I can't even think. I'm just so used to thinking of God in terms of resentment that it's hard for me to have empathy with God.
Yeah, boy, that's a tough one there. Bible. A lot of things that would like. Maybe. We'd have to read that book and find out the things he don't really like. And then we can really make a really bad bologna and serve it up to people we don't like very much.
I mean, Old Testament God, I guess, would just be a narcissist.
What do you think? What do you think he wouldn't like?
Well, anything that made him feel like he wasn't good. Anything that the narcissistic mind is like you're with me or against me. And if you're against him, it's a very basic binary thing. If you're against me, then you're bad. You're with me, you're good, you're closer, you're coming to me. You're going farther away from me, you're bad.
So he would get the runners, the people running away from him, and make a bologna.
God like rule followers. God likes rule followers, says Mother Knucklebottom.
Tell me he'll break a rule.
I mean, yeah, he is kind of the biggest dork about rules, huh? Also kind of a troll, says Sociopathogen. Trying to get a guy to sacrifice his son for a laugh. So I guess he's trolling. He's a troller. Yeah, testing, also laughing. Yeah, he's got some mental illness problems. He'd be a good candidate for explorations, honestly. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna write that down. Put God through explorations. Okay, got it. Love that. So, WikiWiva.
Yes, Mr. Guru.
What kind of bread on your bologna sandwich tonight?
I just had that old plain old white bread. Just plain old white bread. The white bread was good. And it's with soft right out the bag. So, with all the bologna grease get right on top of it. Smell it in.
Soft white bread?
Put a little, soft white bread. It's got water sugar in it too. It's
Yeah.
probably bad for you.
Tastes good though.
Oh man.
Talk to me for a second about the Cheetos now. So these Cheetos, were they the like puffy Cheetos or the crunchy Cheetos?
Oh, I feel a little bit ashamed, but I put both of each, a little bit of each. I want some crunch and some puff. So
You're
I
kidding
had a
me.
handful of crunchy ones and a handful of puffy ones, and I mixed them together. And there's some Cheeto people out there that have your head for that. You can only like one of them damn things, and I like them both.
And when take me to the first day that you decided I can do both and I'm gonna do both. Was it always like that, or was there a point in your life, one day, that you just realized, you know what, free will, I can do this because I'm a goddamn man?
It was in 4th grade. Sarah Bon Johns came to the table, and she said, and I had a bag full of crunchy Cheeto, and I had a bag of puffy Cheeto, and I mixed them together and shook them. And she go, you don't eat those that way, Wiki. That's not the way. And I gave her 2 free buds up in the air and just said, enjoy this, bitch. And I took a bite of each one at the same time, crunch and fluffy. It was really good. And she looked astonished, like I was making a cat have sex with a dog. The teacher got very angry. She come around. You can't do that, Wiki. That's not allowed here.
Not allowed here. Not allowed here. I can't believe that. I can't believe she, she was 6 years old. She had probably had her mind absolutely blown.
Yeah. She looked at me like I was making a dog have sex with a cat or something weird.
Yeah. We've all wanted that. I wanted to watch a dog have sex with a cat for I can't even remember how long.
You know what was so funny? When I was a little boy, I thought all cats were girls and all dogs were little boys.
Mm-hmm. That's
so
what.
I thought somebody said, Winky, who gonna win in that fight, that cat or that dog? I said, if dog gonna win, they the boys. And my teacher said, you really don't have it together, Wiki. We're gonna take you down to the principal office.
Did you get spanked?
No, he just talked to me. He laughed. He thought it was funny. The principal was a pretty cool guy. Edward Herman. He said, Winky, I gotta tell you something, son. I thought that too when I was a little boy. Dogs were all boys and cats were all girls. But you know what? They ain't, son. They got both. I said, well, that's really weird.
All of them got both? He said that all of them have both?
Yeah, they got both of them. They got the Gina and the Ding Dong. The cats and the dog.
They can't vent it. They can't, can they? And that's just one of the horrific, sort of like Phil Z. It contains the both, Phil and the opposite. I can't, I must move toward, but I must repel. And just like every dog and every cat has both a Ginus and Ding Dong, but they can't bend. So there's no resolution there.
Yeah.
Just torture.
It's like yeah.
Can you imagine?
Like watching that old.
Can you imagine if you had a penis where if you had a vagina where your taint was, and you couldn't reach your boner down into your hole. Your hole gets wet, and you can't get your dong into maybe you can when it's soft, but it doesn't feel good when it's soft. And the better it feels, the further your dong gets away from the wet moisture.
You're explaining a nightmare. That's a damn nightmare for anybody. I mean, if you could get that thing in there and find a way, oh man, there'd be people. They'd have all kind of commercials on TV trying to sell you something how to get that thing in there.
Mm-hmm.
People would never leave their home. They'd be hopping up and down on their couches.
Absolutely. Space Grime, Explorer, Real Estate Agent. I'm starting to think the program works. It says Space Grime for the 5th month in a row with a Prime. Namaste. That sweet, succulent Prime. I love those Primes. Thank you so much for that Prime. I really appreciate it. I love receiving the Primes because I know even when you're broke, you got a Prime in your back pocket and that you can spend it anywhere. You only spend it one place, you spend it here. I really appreciate that. Namaste to you, Space Crime. And Sociopathogen says, my mom's cat used to peg my dog all the time. Interesting. I would not have guessed that. I would have guessed that your dog would have fucked your cat, but your mom's cat had sex with your dog.
If you could just put that on film, you would be a millionaire. You would have so much money, you'd be just flipping around in money.
You'd be like Scrooge
That on
McDuck.
film. Yeah, I think people would like that. There's some people out there who would love that.
And if anybody in your life asks you, maybe they haven't seen you in a couple months, and they're like, hey, how'd you make all this money, Socio? And you're like, dude, you're not going to believe this. And then you just show them your phone, show them the video. And that's why you have piles of gold coins.
It's just not the money.
I love that.
Cat and dog porno. Some kind of porno with a cat and a dog. You done made a bunch of cash over.
I love that. I like thinking about it. I wish I could see it in real life. Well, Sociopath, yeah, if you do have a video of it, I would like to see it. But Wiki, listen, I really appreciate you spending so much time with us tonight, Wiki. This has been a beautiful call. Absolutely beautiful call. And I think you're going to be our final caller for the night. But in what a perfect way, I'm going to ask you, Wiki Wiva, would you do us the honor of ending our call right now, but also our stream tonight with a little something, play us out with a little something, something from the back catalog, a cover, something you're working on, any song from your catalog as a musician. Do you got something that you can share with us tonight?
Yeah, I can play us out with a good one. We've been working on a new one. I don't know if it's any good, but we've been working on this one for a little bit, dropping some chops on top of that thing and seeing how it's going to work out. It's called Falling Weaves. And it's my bass player said it's a philosophical kind of song about life in general and how we just all fall in weaves.
Oh, that sounds gorgeous. A perfect way to sign off tonight. Namaste to you, Wiki. Take us away.
All right. A one, 2, 3. In the autumn of our days, we watch the colors fade away. Golden hues turn to gray as the time sweeps through the hands like clay. In the darkness, there's a wild shadow dance before my eyes. Will we vanish, lost in time, or will we find hope in the climb? A falling weed, all drifting so slow. In the wind we come and go. A falling weed. Am I the only one here now? Our lives are fleeting like the breeze. In the end, will we have our peace? In the mirror, lines appear. Boom, echoes of our yesteryears, we close the shadows of our youth. In the end, will we find the truth? Falling weeds, drifting oh so slow. Falling weeds. Am I the only one here now? Our lives are fleeting, like the breeze. In the end, will we find our peace? Dun-dun. And that's fallen weed we've been working on.
Holy frickin' moly. Namaste to you. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Wiki. I loved that. I love that it rocked and it didn't sacrifice the rock for it, it also having a smoothness to it. Really special stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we trying to find a little rhythm, girl, a little block. I'm be getting too hardcore with the heavy rock, and my drummer and bass player want to calm it down a little bit. So I appreciate it, buddy. I love you guys, and namaste. Y'all have a great day. Party this thing out, y'all. Do the rock and roll. Do it.
Namaste, Wiki. Have a wonderful night. Wow, beautiful. Beautiful to speak to Wiki. Absolutely gorgeous call to end on. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight for an Explorations. My name is Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. A beautiful night. We'll be back Thursday night at normal time, 8 p.m. Central Time, with another Exploration with Leslie Tanner, and I can't wait to be with you. I'm already looking forward to spending some more time with you. Let's take this energy of light, of clarity, the warmth of our presence that we have developed here to the Luke man. He's having a quiet night over there. If we make noise, you win. So let's take it, because that sounds fun, and Luke Man, Lord knows he's a fun guy. So take that and throw a follow onto the Luke Man. Guys, I'll see you guys Thursday night. Blessings to you. I'll see you all very soon. Blessings. YouTube, you guys are the fucking... I really appreciate you guys holding it down. For real. Thank you. I'll get you guys functionality as soon as I fucking can. Namaste to you guys.